Well, the amount of people dead in the Korean War was massive. Tragic. Over 2 million civilians had died because of the war. The effect on America would be horrible. They spent $15 billion, equivalent to $145 billion in 2020, on the Korean War, which is a massive amount of money. And it's even $20 billion more than Bill Gates' net worth. So the effect on China, the People's Republic of China, would be that China has lost its best chance to reunite Taiwan. And China had also lost the friendship with the Soviet Union, because both were trying to pin on each other for who's gonna pay the bit for the war. Because as you see in the pictures before, China was not being actually in the war, had actually got the most losses. So the Soviet Union had once promised China that they would pay the bet if China joined the war. But now, they're arguing over who should pay the bet of this war. But while China did have some wins, this is one of the first wars that China had won against the Western culture. Because before this, in the Qing dynasty, China had almost lost every single war that was played against the Western culture. So now the effect on the Soviet Union, it would be quite big, because first of all, it lost one of its best boy council, China, and also it's very hard for the Soviet Union to join the war without starting the Third World War. Because, as you know, at that time, Soviet Union and America were the strongest countries out of all of them. So that if two of them started to fight, then it would be a big effect on the rest of the countries, forcefully to join either the Soviet or the US. So now finally, the effect on Korea itself. North Korea is now more of like a war country and very cut out from the rest of the world. So after the Korean War, the North Korean government started really hating the Americans. So any sort of American film is illegal in North Korea. Well, most of the children would be asked to go to the museum of how Americans had tortured North Korean soldiers. If a North Korean wanted to watch an American movie such as the James Bond, they would have to watch the illegal DVDs, as on the TV channel there's no such thing as American movies. And for both North and South, after the war, they're still divided. So families were forced to broken up by the war, living on opposite side of the demilitarized zone, unable to visit or even communicate to each other. But now the Red Cross have been communicating and trying to help people, families that have been divided, reuniting families. But now time is running out because thousands of people are dying each year. And even after the Korean War had finished, American troops remained in the station in South Korea to give pressure for the Chinese government and to put pressure on the relationship between the two countries.